So hello gamers, I kind of made a bit of an oopsie. I'm going through every single gun in order of rank, however I missed a couple of guns. We'll start with the MAC-10 and I think I'll post a DVV tomorrow. But yes, the MAC-10. I actually don't have that many kills on this, but I did put a setup on it. It's not necessarily the best setup overall, but you can run a ton of stuff on this. First off, AMT Terminator or something, because I mean you can use a regular optic, maybe Kosaku sight, but it is very, very helpful to have an alt aim because this thing has a lot of camera recoil and a lot of recoil. So now for barrel, there is a ton of options. First off, comp and muzzle brake are both pretty good. I would recommend comp over muzzle brake in this case because this gun has a ton of overall recoil, and if you can pull down, then use comp, but if you want the gun to kick up a little bit less, then use muzzle brake. Osprey suppressor is decent as well. The effect on your min damage range is not that good, but still, it's decent. I wouldn't use it with 9mm for sure, but I would use it with a default ammo in some cases. Muffler, if you want a little bit less RPM, but better recoil control, I could see this being pretty good. Long barrel is awesome. It's a Tech 9 barrel, but carbine barrel is kind of just like a bigger upside, bigger downside type thing. With 9mm, I would 100% recommend using carbine and maybe long barrel, but probably carbine. But with 45, it's really an upside and downside type thing because your 3-hit kill range is really important with the default ammo, but damage ranges are very important with 9mm because you do 15 min, which is a 7-hit, and you really want those damage ranges so you can get your 6-hit and your 5-hit like to be better. But yeah, so carbine barrel is very good. And then last off, psionic suppressor is decent. Yeah, I don't really recommend it as much. Your muzzle velocity is kind of the same, and it's also kind of a long barrel, but your damage is worse, and I would just recommend using a long barrel. For here, it's really just stubby, maybe chainsaw and maybe sideways, because this gun has alt aim to begin with, but the alt aim is not very good, but it really depends on what you want. I would just use stubby though because you just get better recoil overall. For other, it's just a laser. I wouldn't use a ballistics tracker or a canted or anything else, and maybe extended stock or full stock. Definitely full stock over extended stock. If you value your handling, do not use full stock, but if you want better recoil, use it. Don't use carbine barrel or full stock or anything if you want to walk fast, but if you want better recoil, then I would use full stock and carbine barrel. For ammo, there's a ton of good ones. First off, special is not bad. I wouldn't 100% recommend it because you lose your 2-hit kill head. If you want a little bit less recoil, I would use it. Armor piercing sucks, don't use it. 9mm is for higher RPM, a bigger mag, less recoil, but terrible damage. Overall, this one's kind of weird. If you don't want as bad recoil, maybe I would use it, but I don't know, it's pretty good. Just keep in mind this thing is a P shooter at range with this ammo type, which can be pretty annoying. Plus P is a direct upgrade. It makes your muzzle velocity better, your damage range is better, your penetration depth is better. The only downside is a ton of recoil, so if you can control the recoil, which you probably can't, this thing has a ton of recoil, I wouldn't really recommend using it. Now, hollow point in this case is surprisingly good if you're not going to use carbine barrel, because normally the problem with this is it has a 20 stud 2-hit kill head range and about a 25 stud 3-hit kill range, which is not very far, obviously. However, if you use hollow point, it probably has like a 35 and maybe 40 stud 3-hit kill range, which is really good. If you want to be able to 3-hit kill farther, then it's pretty good, but obviously it has some major drawbacks: bad damage at range, bad headshot multi. So if you really want CQC performance, hollow point is decent. And of course, tracerless, like always, is whatever. Small upsides, small downsides, don't pre-buy it, but if you have the kills, use it, I guess. So my overall setup would probably be AMT, carbine barrel, stubby grip, full stock. And if I wasn't going to use like a carbine setup, I would probably use AMT again, compensator, stubby grip, green laser. And for ammo, I would use special, 9mm, maybe plus B, and maybe hollow point, but probably special or 9mm. Since this is an expensive ammo type, I'll show you it with 9mm. As you can see, it shoots really fast. That's going to beat out a ton of SMGs, the MP7, the P90, the Vector with 9mm even. So you really got to pull down with this thing, and as you can see, like the damage at range, not very good. I got 76 on the first guy, and I killed the second guy, but the second guy was way closer. And of course, with carbine barrel, you have pretty good damage ranges. I wouldn't really worry about 7 hitting like CQC, wow. But at range, maybe you just carry like an Obrez or something. Like have something for long range. I guess the Deagle. Kind of annoying to kill some people at range. Wait. Dude, what? 90 assist count, awesome. Anyways, though, that is the MAC-10 best setup in Phantom Forces. If you guys enjoyed, please like and sub, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.